reclaiming passion for fashion. We rechristened it just a little bit. We'd like to invite the speakers for this session. Let's spot the fashionable icons in this room. Oh my God, too many. Everybody. Sharmore. A renowned keynote speaker, a multi-international award-winning mentor, an author and CEO of founder of YMAG, to find the why in your purpose and mission in life, we present to you Sharmore. Woohoo!
Next, we would like to call upon Meenu Chopra. I can please call upon Meenu Chopra to come up on stage. She is a veteran in the corporate world. She's a strategist. She's in the education department, grooming and wellness, hospitality and real estate. A big round of applause for Meenu Chopra.
Anuradha Kapoor. Welcoming the author and the blogger that is Anuradha Kapoor. Love conquers all. Presenting to you this lovely lady. Welcome.
Next, I would like to call upon Clara Rafai, with the Shine strategist and founder of the Shine Zone. She was recently a recipient of the prestigious award, the CEO Award of Excellence. A big round of applause.
Rachna Narang. Welcoming the lovely lady Rachna Narang, an academic evangelist from Next Education India Private Limited, with almost 2 decades of experience across the fields. What an honor to have this lovely lady in the house.
Next, I would like to call upon Tanya McNeil Wary. She is the founder and executive director of Michigan Association for Female Entrepreneurs. She has helped thousands of women in their entrepreneurship aspirations into realization. So a big round of applause for Tanya, all the way from Michigan, USA. Let's keep clapping till the ladies get on their seats. There we go. That might take a while.
Charu Malhotra. There you are, Charu, welcoming you. Business consultant with American Express, also an entrepreneur, business strategist, and a consultant. She is the unlocker of leadership and entrepreneurial skills in communities. Welcoming you.
Next, I would like to call upon Mariboka Chokoi. She's the MD of Marua Consulting and Executive Director. A big round of applause. She's coming all the way from South Africa. Welcome.
Ankit Malhotra. Aha, we found a man in the house. The creative director of Consogno Vero. A pleasure to have Ankit Malhotra with us. Can we have a little bit of chum chum? Yes, thank you.
Next, we would like to call upon Sawarsi Brown, author and mindful coach. Yay! She's coming all the way from the UK.
And to initiate this discussion, we're talking about reclaiming.
Purpose and passion.
That's it. Sharmore, we'd love to hear from you.
Welcome. Or you would like a handheld?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. How is everyone feeling this afternoon? 4 of you are great. How about the rest of you? Are you good? Excellent. We can't talk about passion and purpose if we're sitting down. Can I ask everyone to stand up for a moment, please? When we are living our purpose, our why, we are passionate. If you're sitting down, does that mean that you don't have a why? You're not passionate? Everyone up on their feet just for a moment. It's been a long day, but you've all come so very far to be part of this conference. When we are living our why, something ignites from the inside. I want you to turn to the person next to you and give them a hug. Strangers are not strangers in this room. We are all soul sisters and soul brothers. We are all connected. Thank you. Please have a seat. I remember many, many years ago, as I grew up in country Victoria as a young Indian girl that was betrothed to a man who was 9 years older than me, living in another country. I remember standing out, looking over the property that we grew up on. And I remember wondering, was this my life? Was this really all there was for me? I looked at a lot of my friends, and they were starting to plan their futures, decide what they wanted to be when they became educated and moved out of home. And as I looked across into the garden, I realised that none of that was possible for me, because my family, my grandparents had organised for me to be engaged at the age of 11. So I wasn't going to choose my destiny. It had been chosen for me. If you've ever been in a situation where you've looked at your own current reality and asked yourself, is this really my life? Or am I just dreaming? Maybe one day I'll wake up and get to choose my destiny. I was very fortunate at the age of 15 and a half that my Australian stepfather found out about the arrangement and asked me the most pivotal question I've ever been asked in my life. Is this what you want? My life turned in that moment. I was given an opportunity to live my life, my purpose, my passion. I started to look for who I was without the labels of being a young, engaged Indian girl. Who was I? Was I worthy? Who would listen to me? I had no formal education. I had been told I had nothing of importance to say. I wasn't the funny one, my brother was. We've all faced situations in our life where we've had to choose who we want to become. When we find our purpose, our why, it ignites a passion within us to go on and become the best version of ourselves. Go out there and find your why and let it light the flame within you, and always, always just do you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shar. That was beautifully said. Thank you so much for that inspiring moments of words and wisdom this early afternoon. Thank you so much for being with us. A big round of applause for Shar. Next we have Meenu Chopra. If I can please call upon Meenu Chopra to come up on stage. A warm welcome to you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. All the beautiful soul sisters sitting out here in this hall. Can we have a big round of applause for everyone? Beautiful. I think my heartiest thanks to Dr. Harbeen Arora. I believe in women specifically. That's something, this is one topic which is very close to my heart. When I received this invitation from Women Economic Forum, it was like a big honor for me. You know why? Because I strongly believe whatever a woman can do on this earth, no one else can do. I'm not demeaning men here, okay? But the thing is that whatever a woman can do for a family, for a profession, for kids, for children, for the society, for the country, none of anyone else can do, because we have that power from inside that we can achieve anything in life. So, to begin with, you know, I just wanted to share something with all of you, which is very, very close to my heart again. There's a very weird word which we all use in our daily life, and that is success. Why I'm calling it as a weird word? Because, you know, success has a different definition for different people. Some people work to reach the destination, okay? And then there are few others who only enjoy the journey. So I believe that success is not a destination, it is a journey. Life is a journey. So we need to enjoy it. We all know that we are going to die one day. Isn't that true? Okay? But the good news is that we can live every day. So, and if you really want to live every day, and you just want to just fly high, you have to be passionate. Passion is something which takes you places. Today, if I'm standing on this platform, it is only because of my passion. And it is only because of my, you know, dreams which I have been following like anything. Meenu Chopra, which is my name, is a name amongst millions of those youngsters, people who have, you know, a lot of dreams, who have surged ahead after facing a lot of failures, obstacles, struggles in life. And I'm one of those youngsters who belong to a middle-class family in India. Then I got married. I got married in a conservative family again. And there were so many things which I wanted to do in my life since beginning. I couldn't do that, maybe because of some limitations or something like that. But today I am feeling so proud to be here because I am amongst all the beautiful people out here. I always wanted to do something different. I always wanted to do something different in life, to change, to make a difference in people's life since the beginning. So because of that reason, I started my own venture after spending more than 25 years in the corporate world, working with different industry, you know, education industry, real estate, grooming, wellness, and even aviation, hospitality. So after working for so many years, at one day I was actually just thinking about myself, introspecting myself, that what am I doing? Whatever talent, whatever skills, whatever knowledge I have, I'm just doing it for someone else. Because if you are not going to follow your dreams, someone else will hire you to follow theirs. This is what I have learned. Yes, So why can't I do something on my own and help people to come out of their, inner shells, their comfort zones? Because unless until you are coming out of your comfort zones, you cannot achieve your dreams. That's the biggest truth of life. So there the journey began when I, just a few more seconds, sir. Thank you. The journey began from there, and I actually started my venture with the name of Ask Manu. And today I am standing here as a proud keynote motivational speaker. I'm a life skills coach. I'm a soft skills trainer. And passion is something which one needs to follow religiously. Because passion is something which actually works like a laser beam, which cuts through all the obstacles and hurdles in life. And then you actually emerge as a winner in life. So I congratulate once again Women Economic Forum, Dr. Harbeen Arora, Mr. Vinay, and the team, the entire beautiful team out here, and all the soul sisters sitting besides me. Thank you so much, and congratulate once again for being a woman and being an entrepreneur, or maybe a professional, or a beautiful human being. Thank you so much once again. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Meenu Chopra. Thank you for your inspiring words and showcasing how many different, avatars you have taken upon to get where you are. So a big round of applause for you, Meenu. Next, I would like to call upon Anuradha Kapoor. She can please come up on stage. She is an author and a blogger, and she's published an ebook by the name of Love Conquers All. Welcome. A big round of applause for Anuradha.
Thank you so much. Okay, so picking up from where Meenu and Sharbu left, I would just like to begin with a little exercise here. If you people don't mind, then could you please exchange seats with the person sitting next to you? I said, if you people don't mind, could you just exchange seats with the person sitting next to you? I like that. Okay, once you're done with that, I'll tell you why. So are we ready? Okay, why I said this was because everybody was very comfortable wherever we were sitting. So, achieving your passion and going after what you really want, you need to get out of your comfort zone. And that's what I made you do. This was a very simple thing, but that's what I did in my life. I was very happy for the first 18 years of my marriage, being a very good housewife, a very good mother. I was enjoying myself, sleeping in the afternoon. My afternoon siesta was my most lovable part of the day. But I planned to get out of my comfort zone. I said, enough is enough. I've made enough of food. I've cared enough of my family. Now I think it's better that I do something with my life. And that's how I started. So basically, the exercise was for that. So a very good evening to all present here. As I've been introduced, my name is Anuradha Kapoor, an author and blogger by profession. I come from the city of joy, Kolkata, India. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the varied superstars that we have in our Bollywood industry. So one such very renowned superstar is Shah Rukh Khan. And in one of his blockbuster films, he had said, किसी चीज़ को अगर तुम शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसको तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है, which when translated means, if you really desire something from the heart, the whole universe will work towards getting you that. Just last year, I attended the WEF for the very first time, and I was sitting in the audience, and I was thinking, when would I get the opportunity to stand up here on stage and share bits about myself? Thank you, thank you. And I consciously made this my goal. I worked emotionally, mentally, physically, everything that I could do to just be here. And when I got this opportunity, I think it was a dream come true. And truly standing here today in front of you all, I don't know, I'm getting goosebumps. I really want to be pinched today so that I've told so many people in the audience sitting here to please click my picture so that I can really, know that I was actually standing here today speaking to everybody. So I would like to thank Dr. Harbeen, Vinayji, All Ladies League, Women Economic Forum for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be here among so many other eminent people to share my story and just to be here. So it really feels good. Cheers to sisterhood, and thank you so much, everybody.
Anuradha, thank you so much for your honest sharing, because we curate our dreams, you know. Every moment is curated, and it's dreamlike. It has a certain dreamlike quality to it, and that's what we do. Thank you. I'd like to invite Clara Rufai, the Shine strategist.
Thank you so much.
Coming from the UK, an honor.
Oh, big hug. Dreams coming true. Yes, indeed. Hello, everyone. Good evening, soul sisters. Good evening, soul brothers. I would like to thank Dr. Haveen Aurora and Mr. Vinay for just being the wonderful humans that they are. Thank you for the WEF platform. Thank you for the All Ladies League. As I shared on my Facebook page 2 days ago, this is a platform, a global stage no less, that gives women a voice, simply because you believe that everyone's story is important and everyone deserves to be heard. So, kudos. Thank you so much. My name is Clara Rufai. I'm known as the Shine strategist. And that's because I am the founder of the Shine Zone, which is my dedicated Facebook group. And I'm also the creator of the Shine philosophy. Now, shine is not just a word when it comes to me, and I'll tell you in a minute what shine stands for. But before I do that, let me tell you of a few of the ways that I show up. I show up as a corporate lawyer with about 26 years of legal practice under my belt. I show up as a mom to 2 very energetic boys. I show up as a coach, a mentor, a speaker. I show up also as a three-time author, having written my own book titled Prison Break, as well as having co-authored 2 other books. Now, what I do on a day-to-day basis is build platforms and give women and give men, whoever wants to identify with my ideology of being a shine star, I give them basically platforms and avenues and opportunities to do what God calls them to do, which is to shine the light on their brilliance. But my life hasn't always been this way. So I will share with you a little bit about my story. And I talked about 2 trigger points. One of my trigger points was when in one day, I got the most devastating news of my adult life, when I got to know that 2 of my younger sisters, 2 siblings, 14 and 18 years old, had died on the same day. They were in a boat. There was a boat accident, and one day they were there, and the next they weren't. Now, these girls had dreams. They had hopes. They were 2 of the most energetic, most alive humans you could see on the face of the earth. And I wanted, as a big sister, to help them achieve their goals and their dreams. But as I said, one day they were there, next they weren't. So that threw me into depression, as you can imagine. It was a difficult period for myself and for my family. And after I got done with being angry at God or whoever else, me and God are okay now, by the way. But after I got done with being angry with him, I then thought to myself, something that Alanis Morissette said triggered in my spirit. And she said, when pain brings you down, don't just sit there and cry, because you might just be in the best position to see sunshine. And that's exactly what I did. In that place, in that dark place that I was many years ago, I took on a new name. I took on the name of Born to Conquer. And this is just my philosophy for life for now, going forward, because I do believe that everything that brings you down comes to teach you a lesson, and you can actually be better. You can be a victor rather than a victim. So I've gone on from there to, write my book, and I'm building platforms, and I'm collaborating with thought leaders and influencers across the world and giving other people, basically an opportunity to shine. I'm giving them the light to shine. Because I shine, they have the permission to shine also. And what happens when you shine? When you shine, you not only illuminate the path for others, you give them the permission to shine. You let them know it is okay to stand in their light, to stand in their truth, to stand in their authentic self, and to just shine brilliantly. And I do believe that that's a charge. Shining is a charge. So I always say to people when I speak to them, shine,
because it's a mandate. And might I just mention, because we're talking about reclaiming purpose with passion, let me just mention, if you'll give me one more minute, that my passion is writing. I love writing inspirational pieces. I love writing. That's my superpower, basically. And one of the things I do is write limericks and inspirational little pieces. And I just wanted to share with you, if you'll let me, a little piece that I wrote about a couple of months ago, 2 months ago to be precise. And I titled it The Dance of Life. And this is how it goes. And it applies to men and women. It says, every day we live, we do the dance of life. We may move rhythmically to the music of life, whether we sway or twirl or gyrate or spin, we typically follow a sequence of steps. Whether we move in a quick and lively way or we dance a slow, methodical waltz, it's a series of steps and movements that match the speed and the rhythm of our lives. We each have a different piece of music. That's why our dance must be different, because we're all different, intentionally so. Don't invite everyone to dance with you. Expect neither validation or praise. Just do you. Do your thing, because you're unique. And that's my mantra, and I hope that you will, imbibe that mantra and live by it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Clara, for sharing your mantra with us. I absolutely adore how you just use the word shine so many times in your speech, and you could see the beauty of the shyness in you as well. So thank you for bringing that to the stage today. A big round of applause for you. Next, I would like to call upon Rachna Narang to come up on stage. A big round of applause for Rachna. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Namaste. So our existence is for a purpose. All of us are here for some purpose. Some have this awakening little early in their life, some a little late. Just like most of us, my journey, my life, too, was a lot of struggle. As a child, sunset was the deadline. I had to reach home before that time. I was not allowed to play with boys. That was an absolute no-no. Sports couldn't be looked as a career. We only had career in academics. As a grown-up, there was a pressure, hard pressure. I need to get married as early as possible, because there were relatives around asking my parents, you have given the permission to your daughters to study. What if they choose career over marriage? Better marry them off as early as possible. So my parents succumbed to some of the pressures. I was married early, little early than I wanted to. And they wanted my career to be left to my husband's family. With all this struggle, with all these incidents, there had been a lot of things coming in my life, which made me realize I have something else to do. I don't want to waste my life sitting here planning for the entire family. What will you have for breakfast, and what is next for lunch, and what is next for dinner? There were certain things that I could connect to, certain things that gave me happiness. There were certain people around me who gave me positive energy. My passion to help others or to be with like-minded people used to get ignited, reignited, but again, life used to throw certain challenge to me, and I used to feel I'm back to the square one. All of us are passionate about something. And then I realized, looking back at my journey from the childhood, I broke all the rules. I was never home before the sun set. I broke all the rules. I was the only girl in my street who used to play with the boys. I broke the rules when I entered my husband's family, and the first thing that was told to me, daughter-in-laws don't work here. I said, I will work, not inside the house, but outside. I will pursue a career. And I wanted to be a banker, but the only things that set the parameters was I chose to be a teacher because that was what I was allowed to do. My first session, and I was shivering. I couldn't speak. My students were looking at me, she's going to teach us. And I took it as a challenge. And now it's been 20 years. Last year at WEF, that was my first WEF, and I looked at all the wonderful ladies, and I said, this is what I am doing. This is what is my calling. I impact lives of so many children, students, teachers, parents, principals. I travel across the country, and till date, I have conducted around 3,000 sessions, and I've impacted 50,000 lives. And all this inspiration came from so many wonderful ladies that I met last year, and of course I'm meeting this year too. And I also wanted to add one thing. The self-talk that we have to us, it has to help you reignite your passion and tell you, you are better. You can do it. You've been fighting so many challenges that have come your way. And that is where I got my purpose. I've been impacting so many lives. I have parents with a lot of problems. I have teachers who have not been motivated. They have just been, it has just been a chance that they had to come to the school. It was not a choice. I also resonated so well with one of my friends, and I thought I'll end my speech with that said, if you are passionate about something, the whole universe conspires to help you with that purpose. So here we are all inspiring each other and helping each other, reclaiming the purpose, being passionate about impacting the lives of others, and to all of us, to Dr. Harbeen, to Vinay Rai, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm truly, truly honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachna, for being brave enough for second time to be on this platform. You reminded me of what Picasso said. Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist. Even though you're an academician, but you're an artist in your own right. Thank you. I invite Tanya McNeil-Weary from the USA, an award-winning entrepreneur and global champion for women empowerment worldwide, and the reason that brings you to this platform. We welcome you.
Absolutely.
Hey. Okay, I know it's the end of the day, but I'm going to need a little bit more love. So, hi, my soul sisters. How are you? Awesome. Great. I just want to share just something really quick about me and my passion and my purpose. Something that my journey and how I got here, actually, which is really kind of funny, my entrepreneurship journey, because no one in my family was an entrepreneur. I did not come from a family of business owners and entrepreneurs. So it was just kind of crazy, like what led me down this path. I don't know, it was just something inside of me that drove me in that direction. And I can't even explain what that was, because I did not grow up in that type of household where that was common. So what I did along my journey, it's a long one, but I'll make it short. I wanted to start a group, a support group for women like myself who were aspiring entrepreneurs, just learning their way, taking that journey, traveling down that road, which if you are an entrepreneur, you know sometimes it can be a bumpy road, right? And my road was definitely bumpy. But what I learned in that is that sometimes that can be a distraction. All of the bumpiness, that can be a deterrent for you to go a different route other than what you were called to do. Again, something in me kept me on that path. As bumpy as that road was, I kept moving forward and I kept getting through. So I wanted to start an organization of women who we can come together and we can share, we could support one another. We can go down this bumpy road together and figure it out, right? So what started in 2003 of a group of about 30 women has grown over about 16 years to thousands of women. So the Michigan Association for Female Entrepreneurs was born in 2003. I still didn't understand what my purpose was, right? I'm just trying to figure it out as an entrepreneur, learning my way. This is, just something that's exciting. Let's see what happens, right? So after I started getting feedback from the women who I was supporting through my organization, and they were telling me things like, Tanya, because of you, I have started my company. Tanya, because of you, I got the courage to leave that job that I hated so much and step out on faith and start this business. Tanya, because of you, I'm living this life of purpose. And so after hearing all of this from several women, the light bulb came on. That's it. This is my purpose. Along my journey, I thought it was about me, but it wasn't. It wasn't just about me. It was really about all of the women who I was helping, the impact that I had on others and their lives and their livelihoods. And so that gave it a greater purpose, what I was doing. Because at first it was just about me. Now learning that it's not just me, it's thousands of women who have been impacted because of my work, that's my calling. That's why I took that journey. That's why I was not deterred. Even when it was, people, oh, you're crazy. Why are you doing this? When you first start a business, your first 1 or 2 years, you're not making money, right? So this is a nonprofit, so there's no money. So someone told me, if you want to test your purpose, if you want to test your passion, see how long you'll do it without getting paid, right? And so I'm here to tell you 16 years later, my organization has supported over 1,500 women in starting and growing businesses in the state of Michigan. We are contributing to our economy. We are creating jobs. And so I want to share with you and encourage you to follow your passion and to live in your purpose. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tanya. We had a little conversation earlier. I didn't know she was speaking at this session, and all of a sudden I was like, you're traveling everywhere. How are you doing it? And then she talked about her initiative that she took, and I thought it was amazing. She's working full-time, and she has the purpose that she's fighting behind to make sure that she becomes the entrepreneur that she wants to. So thank you for leading a lot of the ladies out in the USA. Big round of applause for you, Tanya. Next, I would like to invite Charu Malhotra to come up on stage. She's a business consultant. Welcome, Charu.
Namaste to all my soul sisters.
Namaste.
Can we have namaste? Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks for being here. I would like to utilize this opportunity to thank Dr. Harbeen Arora and Vinay sir for being so great and successful pillars of WEF. Thank you so much. I would like to pay a special thanks to my parents for believing in me all the time and being there as a source of my inspiration. Thank you, Mom, and thank you, my father. So we've been talking about reclaiming purpose with passion. One of the toughest part of pursuing the passion, pursuing your purpose, is getting the courage to take that first step, isn't it? And the second toughest part is to reclaiming that purpose after a failure or a halt. Losing the purpose in life, it's very easy, especially when you are being given so many options out there. One can pay you highly good, other could be very convenient. This could be good in your short term, but when you think over the long term, then you realize that maybe you have made your life miserable. And then eventually we get onto that what if syndrome. That is where years later we realize, what if I would have done that? What if I would have been doing it today, where I would have been today? The bottom line of the problem is, it's very safe to play. It's easy to play, it's easy to run away from your passion, from your life purpose. But later on the years, it's just the regret. I would like to quote a beautiful quotation which I just read during my research. It was, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Do everybody comply with that? Yeah. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. It's never too late to follow your purpose and believe in your dreams. I would like to take an example because my life own example may sound a bit boring to you, so I just quote it over the end. How many amongst you have heard about a brand called KFC? Can you please raise your hands, KFC? The fried chicken brand. There is an inspiration story behind this. The owner, the name of the owner is Harland Sanders. So I'll just walk you through his life story for just a minute, and maybe it would sound with inspiration to lot many of us who have failed in life, but it's all about reclaiming that purpose again. So Sanders, when he was 6 years old, his father passed away, leaving him to take care of his siblings. He used to cook chicken for his siblings just to take care of his house. At the age of 7, in grade 7, he was being dropped out from school. At the age of 17, he was kicked out from US Army for faking his age just to get the job. At the age of 40, he started selling chicken in the service station. And by the time he touched his 60s, he opened a motel. But you know what? Destiny is all around. And he had to shut down that motel because of World War II. Finally, today we know this great brand. What if Sanders would have lost his battle? We could not have this KFC. I just would like to highlight that KFC today is one of the hit brand in food chain with 18,000 outlets worldwide with an estimated size in 118 countries, and their worth is in millions. I would also like to touch upon discovering the purpose. Discovering the purpose is frustrating when you don't understand what you want. Those in college taking out some loans and doing courses which actually don't interest them. Others are influenced to follow their parents instead of their own. Once you have the deeper understanding of yourself, trust me, it's a lot easier to align with your purpose. Yeah, just last minute. So I'll just quote my own example with you today. I being part of such an amazing platform, and trust me, I'm living my dream. It's the story of a girl from a town to town hall. And I really believe in the passion and the purpose. I happens to be very timid in my school time, but see, it's all about pursuing the passion, the purpose of my life, where I wanted to interact with people, the beautiful people like you, visiting places. I've almost visited 20 plus countries in terms of business and networking, and I could not have thought of it while I was in school. So it's never too late to follow your passion, follow your intuition, and follow your passion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Charu. I don't think it's right for you to say it's never too late. From you, it should be it's never too early. Right?
Thank you so much. I
Thank
take
you.
this as a compliment. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I invite Mariboka Chiko, the MD of Marua Consulting and Executive Director of PO Scaffolding, ensuring South Africa does not only grow its economy, but also radically transforms it.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm from a beautiful country called South Africa. And you know, growing in South Africa as a girl child, especially a black child, black girl, is not very easy. So when I grew up, my dad wanted me to be a doctor, mainly because I was very good in mathematics and physics. So in my first year of varsity, you can imagine what I studied. But then I realized that is not my passion. My passion, of course, is developing people. I love to develop people, and especially black women and black youth. So I decided, you know what, I want to make a difference. And I'm going to study business because I want to impact business. And that's exactly what I did. But what was different also was, as I was studying this business, I decided, you know what, I also want to work for some powerful companies in South Africa, especially state-owned companies, because they can make a difference. And I joined a company called Transnet, and that's one of the companies that have big budgets in South Africa. So through my journey of Transnet, I decided to come up with very impactful programs that would make a difference, especially in children's lives or youth's lives. And I was just looking at Abigail also, being an African coming from Ghana, you know. And I went to black schools because I used a company called JSA, which was doing this program, but mainly in white schools. But I thought, I'm going to break the norm. And I want them to assist me to go to rural schools, rural communities in South Africa. So I came up with a program called Transnet Matlafatso Center. And mainly it's for idea generation to commercialization, where we targeted young girls, young boys in rural schools, rural communities, to come up with ideas that could be commercialized, meaning that we could commercialize their ideas, you know. And having run this program, it's been so amazing because people would come up with solutions to suit their environments. And my program actually was recognized even by the government, and I even went to present it at Silicon Valley in the USA. I mean, you can imagine me coming from a disadvantaged community. But then I decided it's about time that I also leave my comfort zone and start my own thing. And I've always been passionate about manufacturing as well. So I started Marua Consulting, mainly to consult in this enterprise and supply development, to empower even more women. Because as we know, South Africa has a lot of mines. And I'm saying people should live beyond the lives of mines. Because if you look at a place called Kimberley, for me, for instance, to see a diamond that was mined in Kimberley, I had to go to the Netherlands to see it. And yet the people of Kimberley are sitting with this big hole where people come to just see the big hole. So I decided I'm going to approach the mines actually and say to them, I can help you to make sure that you also make communities part of your solution so that when you leave, they're still left with something. And that's exactly what I did. But over and above that, I broke the norm and started a company called PO Scaffolding because I realized that there were no women in steel, if you were to call it that. And we're manufacturing scaffolding, basically. So I'm saying, you know, through passion, anything can be done. Just because I'm from a background that is from a disadvantaged community doesn't mean I can't do anything. I mean, I'm able to inspire even more women. And Dr. Habib, it's through you that we are able to share these stories. And thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. Thank you.
Now, don't you believe this is the real purpose with passion? This was amazing. Thank you for sharing your story. Amazing, honestly. Next, I would like to call upon Ankit Malhotra to come up on stage. He's the creative director of Komisago Viro. Welcome.
I'm very scared. I don't know if I can inspire, but I'll try. Quickly, in 30 seconds about my company, I am in the business of doing wedding planning, corporate conferences, exhibitions. I create, the meaning is dream come true. So I try and inspire a lot of people. Try. You know, for me, inspiration, passion, motivation, such strong words. I don't know if I was inspired enough. So my journey started off, with the fact that I was really looking for inspiration in my life, and I had no role model. I had an amazing dad, but I didn't think he was my role model. I didn't have great peers, but again, didn't inspire me much. And then I chanced upon an MBA degree, went on to do a great job. But again, there was something lacking. I wasn't inspired, and I was thinking, life's going great. Just exactly how I prepared notes, and nothing is going exactly how I planned. So it was just going the regular way, and I was looking for inspiration. I was in my dream job of being a brand manager, but there was something which was not right. There were huge issues in my life, like massive. I was always late to work. I was never rightly dressed. My hair wasn't right. My bosses did not quite like me because of that. I wasn't enjoying the 9-to-5 job. I didn't enjoy living life from Monday to Friday, partying only on the weekends. I didn't enjoy the set life format, wake up, go to job, come back, sleep, repeat, and live life Monday to Friday. So my inspiration came from the fact that what are these demotivators? So I was looking for things which I didn't want in my life. And these were those things. And that is when a passion came into me that let me set my life right and not live this life that I'm not really enjoying. So even though I didn't have an inspiration, I didn't have an inspirational guru, I didn't have some amazing folks to look up to, but my inspiration came from within, to be able to follow something so that my life is, if not so great, but at least something that I enjoy at the end of the day. I can sleep peacefully and still tell myself that this is something that I would want to do for the rest of my life. And then the quest started, and I started looking out for jobs, wherein I wasn't required to do all these nasty things. I started looking for jobs, where they didn't want me to come exactly report at 9 o'clock, me totally groggy, not totally dressed. And then I was, looking for jobs like that. And then I chanced upon event management. And I realized, wow, so this is something which lets me be. So I think, my inspiration came from the fact that I wanted to set my life as per my standards. I didn't have crazy dreams. I still don't have crazy dreams. But the life that I'm living is genuinely worth living. I'm enjoying every moment of my life. Not inspiring many, but at least I realized early in my life what I didn't want. And I hope that this becomes an inspiration for many, that life is not about huge, crazy dreams. It's just about taking small steps that make it worthwhile every day. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit. I'm sorry if you felt hopelessly outnumbered. That wasn't the idea. But yes, exactly. That's what I was coming to. You're the chosen one. But thank you for being a great disruptor of your own life, because you know the theme of our conference? We're reimagining societies, and you reimagined your life. So thank you for doing that for yourself and bringing that forth. Thank you. With that, we come to the last speaker. We're talking about disruptors, reimagination. I think she knows what I speak of. This lovely lady coming from the UK, Sawarsi Brown, is an author and mindfulness coach. And will you take us through your very powerful personal story?
I will, yeah.
Thank you, because
Hi.
she's an ambassador of reimagination too.
Right, thank you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. And yes, my name's Saoirse Brown, author of The Right Path. This was published by Hay House. I don't know if anybody knows in the US, well, a self-publishing section. I do have 40 of these books to give away if anybody would like one, so just come and see me after. So I am also a mindfulness coach, a Reiki master, EFT practitioner, and a hypnotherapist. Now, if somebody had asked me 3.5 years ago what my purpose was, I'd have had no idea how to even answer it. None at all. So just with a show of hands, can you show me who in the audience today knows what their purpose is? Yeah? Don't know. Some don't know, some do. Yeah, I had no idea neither. But we all do have a purpose, and my belief is it's always to share with other people and help people along in their journey. It's always to benefit other people. So what happened to me from having no purpose to doing what I'm doing now? It was actually the death of my husband just short of 3 years ago. Now, a couple of days after his funeral, I was actually sat in his room. He used to play the guitar, so his guitars were hanging on the walls. His wallet was sat there. Mobile phone sat there, just waiting. I mean, waiting for something that wasn't going to happen. He wasn't coming back. But for me, I wanted answers. I wanted answers to, you know, why are we here? What is the purpose? What is our mission here? You know, there has to be something more than we're born and we die. And I think I asked that question so deeply within me, I actually got the answer. Well, actually, I'm sure it was my husband up there saying, I was married to this woman for 24 years and she isn't going to shut up until you give her the answer. So I did get that. Spiritually guided, I actually went on my journey, spiritual growth journey. I say it's a spiritual growth train. You know, I was off on that. The other thing that I remember thinking at the time is that everything that we accumulate in life is just material, and all that really matters is who we are as people. So all of this things in the room was just stuff. So that's been a lesson for me also. Now, so for the people that aren't sure on their purpose, what I suggest is, because my purpose now is to help people actually connect to their higher self, and to find out what their purpose is, but the main thing is how to live a conscious life. Now, I'll talk more about that on Tuesday with my talk, Living Through Love, Compassion and Forgiveness. So this journey that I was shown through Spirit, I mean, obviously there's a lot of challenges with that. You're coming out of your comfort zone. I mean, it's not comfortable here, me being stood up here today, but, you know, this is what we need to do to grow. Which in turn helps other people. But when you've got this purpose, you have such a fire within you. Now, I say it's a fire, it's your light. Now, as well on this journey, you are going to get people that turn down your light because it's uncomfortable for them. But no, we don't turn down our light, we turn it up as bright as we can, and we shine brightly. So, watch for the people that want help with a purpose in life. I ask that you watch for signs. You go within, you do some work within, and you ask, just ask, what is my purpose? There are signs there, and you will be shown them. You know, you just have to have faith, trust and faith. That's the biggest things that I've gone by, trust, faith and belief. So what I say is, keep shining your light, and I wish you love and light on your journeys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arshi, for leaving us on that beautiful note and for highlighting that the purpose of life, especially for you, is as much passion as it is compassion. So for you to help a lending hand for people to unravel their purposes is the compassion in you. Thank you so much. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause to this amazing, amazing panel. They had us in grip to our seats. Thank you. You ladies and Ankit were fabulous. I invite Dr. Harbeen Arora and Shar Moore, please accompany Harbeen to give away the awards.
Would like to now call upon Meenu Chopra to come up on stage and receive her award for Exceptional Woman of Excellence.
Anuradha Kapoor, please step up and accept your honor as the Exceptional Woman of Excellence. We congratulate you for being an Exceptional Woman of Excellence at the Women Economic Forum in New Delhi.
Would now like to call upon Clara Rafai to come up on stage. She's getting the iconic woman creating a better world for all. Congratulations, Clara. A big round of applause.
Inviting Rachna Narang to accept this honor as the iconic woman creating a better world for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to open up your hearts and be generous with your love. You know why? Because the love you give is the love you get.
Now I'd like to call upon Tanya McNeil-Weary to come up on stage and receive her award. Exceptional Woman of Excellence. A big round of applause.
Charu Malhotra, we congratulate you for this honor. You are indeed an iconic woman creating a better world for all.
Mariboka Shoki for receiving an Exceptional Woman of Excellence Award. A big round of applause for all the work that you've been doing. A big